Alright guys, today's cook is some air fried chicken wings that are absolutely unbeatable and are one of my favourite things to cook in the air fryer. And this recipe and method is absolutely foolproof, so you're going to be cooking up an absolute treat. This is a shopping list that you're going to need. Of course, you're going to need some chicken wings because this is what this recipe is all about. We're going to need some flavouring. This flavouring comes in the form of some smoked paprika, some garlic granules, and some salt and pepper. We're going to want some baking powder to make it nice and crispy. We're obviously going to want a little bit of spray oil, just a little bit, and you'll see why. We're going to want some honey, runny honey, some lime, and some Parmesan cheese, because there's a number of layers that are going to create such an amazing result. So we've got our chicken wings. Now, chicken wing has three elements: the tip, the flat, and the drummer. But trust me, these days these wings are getting so small, I can't be bothered to trim up into the individual pieces because it just is not worth it. If you can get some decent sized wings, then you can cut them into three sections. Now what I'm going to do is I'm just going to remove the tip. But what you want to do is you want a really nice sharp knife, and you should just be able to put it into the joint, and you should be able to just go through it and cut it into these pieces, and you should be able to do it at each joint. But as I say, I'm going to keep those two pieces together, and I'm going to do it for the whole pack. Right, so now we're in the process of adding the flavour. So the first step is that you want to give a couple of sprays of your spray oil because you want everything to stick to the chicken essentially. I forgot to do it. I did the salt and pepper first, but you know, we live and learn. So a couple of sprays, then you're going to do a couple of grounds of your salt, a couple of grounds of your pepper, a bit more, and then you're going to get your garlic granules, probably a teaspoon of that. Then a massive heap teaspoon of your smoked paprika, because you know paprika is always good. It adds color and has nice smokiness. So that goes in. Then we've got the baking powder. This is what's going to make it really super crispy, really super crispy. Okay, so and you know, decent tablespoon of the baking powder. And then basically it is time to bring this all together. So there's no two ways about it. Get your hand in the bowl and just give this a nice mix, thorough mix. You know, there's only a few ingredients, so it should be very simple to do and it should be easy to get it. Rub the stuff around the bowl. You want to get as much stuck to the chicken as possible. You don't really want things to be left in the bowl. You want as much flavour. So make sure you turn these around one at a time and try and get as much in all the nooks and crannies as possible. Make sure the skin is fully covered because this is what we're going to be eating once it is done. And once that flavouring process is complete, they get in the air fryer. Okay, so you can pack them in the air fryer, but you really want just one layer because you want the air to be able to circulate nice and evenly. So the air fryer, 200 degrees Celsius, we're going to stick this on for a good 20 minutes. We didn't preheat this one. We just stuck it in, we press start, and about the halfway mark, we're going to pull them out and we're just going to give it a shake. We're going to give it a shake and we're going to give it a little bit of a spray here and there where we think it might benefit from a little bit of additional oil, just to make sure that there's no dry spots in the flavouring. So wow, here's the full 20 minutes. They look super duper. Now we're going to treat them with some extra flavour. They're going in the bowl. They all go in the bowl, and then we're going to add a couple of really cool things. So the first thing that we're going to add, of course, is this runny honey. It's going to give it a nice, sweet, sticky finish. So you're going to get a nice teaspoon, just pour it over. Doesn't have to be specific because we're going to shake this up in a minute. Half of one lime gets squeezed over. Try and make sure there's no pips and whatever. and then give that an initial flip, just so that's all nicely coated. Then we're going to get this Parmesan. A little bit goes a long way. We've already got a lot of seasoning and flavouring, but we're going to put this on. This is going to melt pretty damn quickly, and then we're going to give it a secondary shake, and it's all going to be stuck because of that beautiful honey. All that is going to be stuck to it. So much flavour, and it is ready for plating up. And of course, it's going to be ready for the taste test, which, trust me, this was recorded over a week ago, and I am absolutely devastated that I am not about to eat these right now. I can't believe it, but look how good these are. These are crispy, full of flavour, sticky. They are proper naughty. So all I can say is I need to jump across to watch the taste test, unfortunately. Alright guys, so we're back for the infamous taste test. Today we've done chicken wings, but we've done chicken wings super easy and super quick. 20 minutes in the air fryer. These are absolutely packed full of flavour. We've gone for a kind of easy barbecue vibe, utilising some paprika, some honey, a little bit of garlic seasoning. These are going to taste the bomb. I absolutely know it. They've come out absolutely brilliant. As I said, we did them in the air fryer, 20 minutes, 200 degrees C. And you can see the results. Absolutely brilliant. I didn't bother to butcher them down into bits and pieces because, to be perfectly honest, these wings are pretty small and it just isn't worth the effort. So let's go for the old taste test. They feel a bit warm still, but you can see lovely chicken. Let's see. Obviously, these really hit the spot. These really hit the spot. The combination of the garlic and the sweet of the honey really rounds it off. These are great. These are super quick, super easy. They're well worth giving a go. I just wish that little air fryer was a little bit bigger and I could put a few more in the pan, because you can crowd them a little bit, but you want the top skin to be able to crisp up, because when they're in the air fryer, the heat hits the skin and it kind of blows up, it expands and goes all crispy. If you've got them all piled up, you're just not going to get that result. So you want them to have some air. You don't have to have like air, all around. But if you look, see how I did it, that was fine. And I think I had about 8 in that small air fryer. So if you've got a bigger air fryer, you can throw more in and you'll get huge success. Now, if you want to support the channel, hit the subscribe button, hit the like button, leave a comment, good, bad, indifferent. Let me know what you think. Let me know what you would have changed. What sort of wings do you like? What's your favourite way of doing them? Do you like doing them with boatloads of sauce? I actually like them when they're not actually covered in sauce. I prefer it when they're more, we'll say dry, like a dry rub, than really, really saucy, because these are greasy anyway. So they're kind of messy and fun to eat anyway. So there we go. Hit me up in the comments. Check out the description if you want to see any of that good stuff. And we'll see you in the next video that's be coming this time next week. So take care. Have a good one.